Hi, I'm Shawny.
And what do you want, Shawny?
I want a model in my hair.
Yeah.
So
You may also do it on Dutch. I translated them.
Oh.
It makes the life easier.
Ja. Nou, ik heb zelf in mijn haar geknipt. Omdat ik de dode punten niet zo mooi vond. En nu dacht ik, nou misschien kan Theo het wat beter dan ik zelf.
Yeah. Shawny cut her own hair. She had dry ends. It's also end of summer. And she turns around in the meantime. I tell you what she wants. She don't has a hairstyle now. So she wants me to make a hairstyle of it. Correct the color a bit. So it's more playful and more in line with everything. And she can very nicely, slowly turn. Let's start on Shawny. Hey, staat erop.
Filmt hij nou nog steeds?
Ja, maakt niet uit.
Oh nee, maakt niet uit. Was wel niet.
Kijken welke dat is. Ik denk deze die hier blijft. Hello friends on YouTube. Shawny is back to have a hairstyle. Now you can find her on YouTube. I did her hair in the past. And even not that long ago.
When my hair was still long.
Yeah. She liked to be ultra blonde, so I made her ultra blonde. Give her neck paper. We'll do this cut with a hot razor. It's a tool very hard to come by because it comes from the United States. It's a product of Ergo, but they don't sell easy, so you have to find it. It's a hard way. I went to Florida for it, so that hard it is to find. Start wetting hair. And now she likes to hold the most hair I can get on a hairstyle. So I tell you where I'm looking at and what I'm going to do. Make this part playful because it's just hanging down. A moist product to feed the hair. Moist product. It's a hydro of glit. It's a real nice product also in summertime. You take it with you to the beach and spray in between into your hair. She told me that lately the hair is also a bit curly.
Yes.
Yes.
Dat kan ik nou net niet gebruiken.
No, she don't like that. Now I have short lines on the front.
Ik ben heel benieuwd wat je allemaal gaat tegenkomen.
Yeah, veel. She started out as a hairdresser, so you don't know what you're gonna find. But she's not a hairdresser anymore.
You can see.
Yeah. Now, I've seen everything. So what I can see is I have a damaged line in the underlines. I have nice line till on the shoulders, so I can get rid a bit of this hair because it's not really hair. It's just like rope. When you bend it, it stays that way. So then you know it's no hair. So, and the rest is not that bad as she thinks it is. So I'm gonna make it totally playful. Keep the length as long as I can, and just in the back it will be a little bit shorter, but then in line with the shoulder length. Let's start on Shawny.
Dus je gaat alles zo lang mogelijk houden, hè?
Ja.
Ja, oké.
Ja, je bent hier alleen van die onderlaag een stukje kwijt, want ik ga deze lengtes een beetje houden.
Ja, dat is prima. Dat er iets af moet, dat...
Ja, maar dat is gewoon
is
nodig.
nodig.
Dat is gewoon touw. Dat is gewoon echt touw. Dan kan ik, als ik hierin knijp, dan blijft het gewoon zo staan. Blijft het in de hoek staan zo.
Ja.
Dat is geen haar.
Haal er maar af.
Maar dan heb je ook een mooie haar en veel voller. Now, what I told you. Till here the hair is really nice. So, from the side I take off only a centimeter hair. But then I have to go to the center line. And here the hair is terrible. But only on the length where I think it's still a shoulder length, even when it curls up, because it is possible that the hair is changing and she gets a little bit curly hair. For her it's new, so she has to get used to it. The nice thing of this tool is that I seal the hairs now and they stay closed for more than 4 months. So she has to be back in the salon about February, March, April. But I think she can manage to keep it till April. But then maybe she comes back and we make a new video so you can see what happens in the winter time with her hair. So you can follow the lines. Take the hairs in the natural lines. Watch over the lines of the skull lines. Give it a little bit of character like a skull is. Every time watch at the same roundings. So not cutting it straight off, but give it a bit graduation effect. So it is nice and smooth, natural falling. Do the same of course on the other side. Watch at the fall. Now you can see this is a part that can be a little bit shorter, so not much, but just because the fall is different on the hairs. So I try to listen to the condition of the hairs. So now I have a better effect, so you see that it's more stable. It's a long line because when I put it down I have about 6 centimeters from the neckline. Take a new line on it and take it in the line of the skull lines.
Echt wel blij. Dat is even...
Oh ja, heb je gewoon nodig.
Ja.
Beetje liefde. Het is gewoon belangrijk, schat. Start in the center line. Take the hairs to the line. Watch where I come when I let it fall. And copy the lines I just created in the previous line in front of this line. So use her natural shapes to create this hairstyle. Can already see the difference in the quality of hair. And just play with hairs. Lekker rustig.
Kan je wel horen, denk ik.
Ja. Zou het zijn als je daar komt. Je hersenen worden geraakt.
Ja.
Ik heb er wel eens gehad op de Radboud, in zo'n geluiddichte kamer, weet je wel.
Ja.
Heb ik wel eens ingezeten als kind.
Oh. Wil je me daar meer over vertellen? Of,
Nou, dat was vanwege het feit dat ze niet wisten, toen kenden ze nog geen dyslexie.
Oh.
En dan werd je onderzocht op de Radboud, want ik had natuurlijk wel dat ik met leren. Ik was hartstikke slim, alleen ja, ik kwam met leren overal tekort.
Ja.
En ze hebben nooit gevonden wat ik had. Dat was pas 20 jaar later. Telling about my childhood, when I was a little boy, I was 6 years old, I went to the hospital to get a research on my head because there were parts of learning that I did not get. But I'm dyslexic and reading blind. I'm also left-handed and being made right-handed. So it's not the best way to start your life of learning. So that's what I told her, and then I had to go into a room where you have no noises, like it here. I didn't mind because I found it very interesting. You can hear your heart beat, you can hear your breath, you can hear your blood streams. So it was very interesting, but I didn't find out what I had. So I had to learn to live with it. And I managed.
Quite well.
Yeah, I created a photographic memory. So it helps me a lot. And I trust life. I might sew. See how wonderful the hairs now become, because now you get the power back of real good hair. So it's a bit more nearby so you can see it even better. So take the hairs from the center to the line, watch at the line of the skull, don't take much of the length, hardly anything, because she did already. But the nice thing of Shawny was, when she was a staff member of mine, if we ever had a mind thing, and she always went into it. It was not hard to get her into that line or into that thought. And I adopted her almost like a daughter. And I really love her like a daughter. And a sister also. Go from the center till behind the ears. So now I get straight up. And then I come out the part she cut already short. You can see this. So, see what we can do with that. There's a part still long, this part still short. So, it's like a yo-yo. See the difference? So, finding out what the difference was, I take this hair to the center of the skull. Go in from above, and use the natural roundings, and go into that flow, and end on the length I have. Then I go back to the same line, pull it to the sides, go in the upper line, and flow with the hairs, and lay them where they need to lay. And connecting the lines so they are similar to each other. And I'm also certain that I did all the hair with a hot tool, so I have a much better condition of hair. The hardest thing for the hairdresser is that the customers stay longer away when you work with a hot tool. So they can, for example, with natural hair, they can do about a half year with a haircut. But when you're honest to your customers, it's worth it.
They will come back.
Always. Twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, depends on which vacation they went. But they always come back for a new haircut.
Gaat het nou meer krullen of niet?
Nou, dat valt mee.
Oh.
Het is wel een beetje wavy, maar dat is juist wel mooi.
Ja, zo leuk. Ja.
Now see the difference in hair. What we started with. Now the hair feels like hair. It's not rope anymore. Also not knoop anymore. No, it's more knoop. Now it's more knoop.
Less knoop.
Yeah. It's hard to have a Dutch name, especially on internet, because knoop means button or knot, but in English nothing. So, but for me it's okay. I get used to it.
How do they pronounce your name?
Or knoop, because that's
Knoop?
my name.
Not Knoop?
No. In German it's Knopf or Knopf. In English it's button or not.
Theo Button.
And I have a son called Jim Button. He's world famous without knowing it. But he's the light version of Jim Button, because Jim Button is a dark child who travels through China with a train and get friendship and peace with everybody he comes. In Germany you have Jim Knopf. It went on the schools after World War II to get used to it that not all the people are Irish. Also have different colors. Now here I have to wait for a while, because here it's shorter, so this line is laying a bit up the top, so I have to soften this line, but that I'll do when I work to the front. You can see it here laying. So wet it a bit. Zo leuk. En de commentaar is natuurlijk altijd gemoeid.
Ja, ja. What did you do?
Yeah. Now, the shortest part of her hair is where the fringe is. And it's even shorter because she has also a nice crown at the front.
Ik gebruik wel pony eigenlijk normaal gesproken.
Hè?
Naar voren, ja.
Ja.
Met veel moeite.
Yeah. So now I go in the line, watch over the beautiful lines of her skull, because the roundings are really beautiful. And don't take off much, you can see this. This line is even harder, because you take out only the outlines of the hairs. I need this hair. Every time lay it beautiful in natural shapes. Then take hair off the back with it. Make sure I have all the hairs. And now I'm going to soften the line. So I lay my knife flat on the hairs. But this way I'm also certain that I did all the hairs, because the hairs that are too short, also the tip gets off. So I have beautiful hair again with natural quality. And I did gymnastics, so I get used to the rings.
Oh, moet ik ze even uit?
Nee, joh, that's it.
Oh.
Now you can see there's much more structure into her hairstyle. So I have to do this also on the other side. Voel eens hoe je haren zien aan de achterkant. Hoe lekker dat weer voelt.
Ja, ik vind het ook echt mooi dit.
Ja, dat is echt gaaf. Coming to her left side. I think I can have the same problem with this. See, the connection is not there anymore. So that's why I started a little bit behind the line of the ear. Make sure the hairs are nice wet. Yeah, like that. Take a little bit of the hair off the back with it. So I have the line to guide, because this is my guideline. Here it lays. So now I start from the underline, working up in the lines of a face line, knowing that I have this short line here. And give this also the rounding of a skull. And with that, also the condition of hair is coming back, because now both sides have the same condition hair. Take a new line on it. Follow the natural lines, knowing that the fringe is short enough. Don't have to do anything about that. Just making sure I have the best condition of hair. And the nice thing of this knife is that you don't have to push or pull or anything, because that 190 degrees Celsius just travels so easy through the hairs. And that's also what the sealing is, because the heat of the tool gets into the end of the hairs. It's a protein, so then the hair is closed. Feels sexy, feminine, and grows. Make balance into the line. Take the underline up. Watch if they are similar to each other. Now coming to the last line on top. This line I hardly have to do anything, because it's a short line. Like I did on the other side. This part is a little bit more thick, so I just tip it a bit. So now I come to the top. Ruiken een beetje.
Leuke lengte.
Ja. Coming on top, use the center line, with my thread and with my thumb, just take off the hairs I think she don't need, but I'm also certain that the lengths are similar to each other. But see how wonderful the lines are. And when you work with a knife, you always have soft lines. Going to the back, lifting it up to the top. So I'm also certain that the hairs on top connect to each other. Nou, voelt nu tenminste ook weer gewoon als haar.
Ja.
Now, so far the cut. So now I can make her color. Het ziet er gelijk veel wilder uit. I made a bleach. Now, in the freehand style, I'm gonna work from the line of the fold, knowing that the most length in the back is the most damaged. So where the scalp falls, I start. And just laying freehand style lines of bleach into hair. So I have a soft line and don't have hard lines. And with foils, I'm certain that I would overdo it. So now I can see what I'm doing. Also stay away a bit from the length.
Ja, dat is wel iets makkelijker zo, denk ik ook. Ja.
Well,
Of ja.
What I think with the nice thing of this is, and normally with foils you overheat the process often, because when I start here, for example with foils, they go that fast into a heating process because the foil is of course take away all the outer temperature. So I really like to do it this way. It gives also more the feeling of that the sun does it. So it's also more highlight effect. By the way, this bleach is made with 6% as 20 volume. The step 1 in it of the glint line. It's a protection with also moist into it, not proteins. Because when you put proteins into the bleached hair, they get that hard that they break. And for those who have bleached hair, use moist products to get the best condition. They are always the best. Now in a freehand style, I did a lot of bleaching on the front. Used of course a little bit more, not too much. This I cover up with a carton wig. It's not the finest carton wig this, because it's hard to pull out. Normally it's much easier, but that depends on the natural product of course, like this. Maybe this sheep, no it's not a sheep, but it looks like a sheep. But I really like to work this way because it gives a free feeling, no foil, so you can really see nicely what's going on. And I want to stay in a natural line, so I have no damage on the hairs. So this I close up, we go for a coffee or tea, tell you afterwards how long it took to get Shawny into the light color I like to have, and then tell you the rest. Bye bye. Moeilijk hè, handje.
Yeah.
Back from coloring, after 30 minutes I rinsed it out, put a conditioner over it, a normal conditioner, not a toner conditioner. Gonna dry this so you can see how the blonde color suits her, and then I'm gonna get her into the sink again and go to the pink color. Now don't work it totally out, but this is the color in blonde.
Right.
So maybe, yeah, maybe she turns so you can see how this looks. Okay, back. Just colored it with a shampoo red. Now I take a shape. Shape is a product of Lacme. And go blow drying again. Complementaire kleur, als je snel kleur kwijt wil,
ja.
groene thee zetten.
Dat is wel een beetje. Maar zilver shampoo niet?
Nee, zilver shampoo heeft geen effect, want dan wordt het violet, hè?
Ja, dat is niet erg.
Nee, dat kan ook. Sofa blow drying. Een beetje zacht haar laten hebben. Super zacht. Brush out. Using a brush out hairspray because I don't like hard hairsprays. And this is very gentle, so you can work with the hairs. I thank Shawny for being my model. I thank you for watching. Take out the cape and the protection. She will turn around to show you the end result. And we see each other next video. Bye bye.
Nou, toch was die nog goed even ouder. Ik wil een beetje vloeken.
Maakt er niet uit. Vloek gewoon een beetje terug.
Ja. Oh, hi, I'm Shawny.
And what do you want, Shawny?
Nou, ik heb zelf in mijn haar geknipt, omdat ik de dode punten niet zo mooi vond. En nu dacht ik, nou misschien kan Theo het wat beter dan ik zelf.
Yeah. Shawny cut her own hair. She had dry ends, it's also, end of summer. And she turns around in the meantime, I tell you what she wants. She don't have a hairstyle now. So she wants me to make a hairstyle of it. Correct the color a bit, so it's more playful and more in line with everything. And she can very nicely, slowly turn.
Change for the Piccadilly and Victoria line. Exit for Buckingham Palace.